Every human being is bound by the same reality. One day, life will end. Death is inevitable, but what truly matters is what we create before it comes. Too many people live quietly, passively, waiting for time to pass them by. They fear death, yet, ironically, they never truly live before it arrives. But there is another path, one that defies death through bold action. The legacy you build, the love you give, and the dreams you chase can outlive you.
Death cannot erase the impact of a life lived fully and fearlessly.
When you take action today, you plant seeds that grow beyond your years. The truth is, you cannot escape death, but you can outsmart it with meaning. Defy death not by resisting it, but by creating a life so powerful it cannot be erased. Death is certain, regret is optional. You cannot choose whether or not you will die, but you can choose how you live. Too many people reach their final days filled with regret over things left undone. They regret the words never spoken, the dreams never pursued, and the chances never taken. Regret is the true killer, not death itself, because it poisons the soul. Living with regret means you died long before your body ever stopped breathing. But taking bold action today gives you freedom from that invisible prison of regret. Every choice to act, to risk, to love, to build is a victory. Death may be certain, but regret is optional if you live courageously. The antidote to fear of death is action, because action leaves footprints behind. Do not fear death itself, fear the thought of a wasted life. The power of immediate action. Most people live in the illusion of tomorrow, believing they always have more time ahead. But tomorrow is only a promise whispered, never guaranteed or secured in reality. Action now is the only weapon you have against the ticking clock. Every delay steals not only your dreams, but also the chance to change the world. When you take immediate action, you honor the fragile gift of time. It does not need to be huge steps. Even small actions create lasting ripples. The book you start today may inspire generations after you are gone. The kindness you show today may outlive you in someone's memory forever. Immediate action is proof that you value life more than fear or hesitation. To defy death, you must first stop waiting for life to begin tomorrow. Legacy is built, not found. Legacy does not magically appear the moment you die.
It is built with daily choices.
Every word, action, and effort is a brick in the story you leave behind. Too many people hope for legacy but never take consistent action to create it. They dream about influence but refuse to do the work that makes it real.
Legacy is about what remains when your body no longer walks this earth. It is about what people remember, what they share, and how they are changed.
You cannot take wealth or possessions, but your legacy travels far beyond your grave. Building legacy is not about fame. It is about depth and lasting contribution. You defy death when your impact continues breathing in the lives of others. Death cannot silence a life built on meaningful action and consistent creation. Risk as a weapon. Against mortality, one of the greatest tragedies is a life lived in complete safety and comfort. Safety may preserve your body for a while, but it kills your soul slowly. When you take bold risks, you expand beyond the boundaries of fear and limitation. Risks bring growth, discovery, and opportunities that comfort will never allow you to see. The truth is, no one remembers the person who never dared to try. The stories that inspire us are of those who risked, even if they failed. Risk is the weapon that allows you to fight back against the shortness of life. Because in risking, you truly live, even if failure greets you along the way. Death loses its sting when you embrace risks that shape a meaningful story. Comfort will fade, but courage echoes long after your final breath is taken. Love that echoes beyond time. Love is one of the few forces strong enough to defy death itself. The people you touch with kindness and affection carry your spirit after you are gone. They retell your words, they remember your presence, and they share your love forward. Every moment of genuine love creates ripples that extend far beyond your lifetime. Love is not measured by how long you live, but how deeply you give. Too many people hide love behind pride, fear, or hesitation, waiting for perfect moments. But mortality reminds us that love delayed is love wasted, and time is short. To defy death, you must love boldly, openly, and fearlessly, even when it hurts. Love is the purest form of immortality because it lives in human hearts. Death cannot kill love when it has been truly shared and deeply given. The urgency of creating creation is one of the greatest acts of defiance against death's silence. When you build, write, paint, teach, invent, or share, you leave proof of life. Your creation becomes evidence that you were here and that your voice mattered. Death cannot erase ideas and contributions that outlast the body that made them. History remembers creators because they dared to express themselves while time was still theirs. To create is to fight against disappearance, to resist being forgotten entirely.
Every piece of art, every act of invention, every contribution is an echo of immortality.
The urgency to create comes from the knowledge that time is not infinite. You cannot wait until tomorrow to express the vision inside you today. Creation is your way of speaking loudly enough to be heard beyond death. Turning fear into fuel fear of death is natural, but it can be transformed into powerful motivation. Instead of allowing fear to paralyze you, let it push you into action. Fear means you care, and it signals what truly matters to your soul. Use that fear as a compass pointing toward the life you are meant to live. When you run from fear, it grows. When you face it, it weakens quickly. Mortality gives urgency, and fear gives energy when channeled into meaningful pursuits. Courage is not the absence of fear, but moving despite its heavy presence inside you. To defy death, you must live so fully that fear becomes a background noise. Fear loses its power the moment you convert it into decisive daily action. Death cannot win against a person who uses fear as fuel for legacy. You cannot escape death, but you can rise above it with courage and creation. Defying death does not mean refusing its reality, but building a life stronger than its silence. Through love, risk, creation, and action, you can make your presence echo forever. The truth is, immortality is not about living forever, but about living so deeply you cannot be forgotten. Every day is a chance to defy death by building, loving, teaching, and daring greatly. If you waste today, you hand death a victory before it even arrives for you. But if you live boldly now, your life will continue breathing in others long after. Death may take your body, but it cannot take the fire you ignited here. Create a life so loud with meaning that silence cannot follow you into the grave. Defy death with action, and your legacy will stand long after you are gone. Stand long after you are gone.